See, this is how I'd like our lives to be. Just the two of us, having a nice breakfast with a beautiful view. And I guess the mountains are a nice view too. What? Too early for a cheesy joke? Oh, 1 second. What the? No, this can't be. No. How did they even get in? Ugh. My love, not to alarm you or anything, but we may have to cut our little vacation short. It seems as though the security system of my lab has been compromised. I have cameras and alarms set up throughout the entire lab, and the doors all have keypad locks, but somehow, these people managed to get in. They look so official. Are those badges? Oh, no, this is bad. This is really, really bad. They're gonna find them. They're gonna figure it out. I usually keep all my raw data on me in a USB at all times, but lately, since you came along, I've had some projects that I couldn't exactly take with me everywhere. Do you remember that terrible intern and those stupid little friends of yours? Well, I've been using them as test subjects for all my experiments. I wasn't gonna let you be the first guinea pig. I would never forgive myself if something bad happened to you. And having them as test subjects worked really well until all of my experiments started to pile up. I suppose part of me just wanted to punish them all for being so involved with you. And I just didn't care when they begged me to stop or they told me they were in pain. I would just laugh and chain their bodies up in the basement of my lab. You can't hear their screams from down there. Each of those vermin became the culmination of all my experiments combined. And they started to lose themselves. They became these empty husks, just mindless bodies being held together by sutures and whatever shreds of consciousness they had left. And soon enough, they started to regress. They became more primal and violent, and I know I should have stopped. I really should have, but I was just so intrigued, and I just couldn't. I felt like I had made a new species. I just felt so powerful. So I tortured them and pushed them farther and farther away from their own humanity just to see how far they could go. And now, somehow the government has gotten a hold of them. I know I said I was above the law, but this is different. If those subjects get loose, many, many lives could be in danger. How could they have known? What did I miss? This gala couldn't have happened at a worse time. Of course. How could I have been so blind? These horrid doctors at this gala must have known. They must have conspired against me. Invite me to this stupid gala and get me away from the lab and then just swoop in while I was distracted. I knew none of them would actually want to hear anything about my research. They never do. How could I have been so stupid? And you, no wonder they were looking you up and down and asking all those dumb questions, whether you really loved me or not. They must think you're one of them. One of my tortured subjects. This is wrong. This is all wrong. We have to leave. We have to get out of here. If they find us, not only will they arrest me, but they'll take you away from me, and I won't let them take you away from me. We're gonna have to leave the state. We're gonna have to leave the country. That's the only way they won't be able to get to us. I was so stupid to think anyone here would actually really care about what I had to say. I'm so sorry, my love. I'm truly sorry for uprooting your life like this. But you know, maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe we can go somewhere new. Change our names and start a new life together. Yeah. Doesn't that sound nice? Where would you like to go, my love? I'll take you anywhere. What? You don't think that you can go back to your normal life, right? You don't think that you can just leave me, do you? As soon as you go back, they'll find you and take you away from everything you've known. You think I was so bad? You think that I was such a monster? Well, wait until the government gets a hold of you and decides to cut you open. They'll call you an abomination and try to figure out what's wrong with you while you beg and plead and try to convince them that you're anything other than a mutant. But they won't believe you. Why would they? Dr. Hawthorne's a witch, and I must have tainted your mind, right? They won't listen to reason. Staying with me is your only choice. I'm the only one that can protect you. Just like always. Let's run away, my love. We'll go somewhere new and just start over. I may not be able to do any research anymore, and I might not be able to practice, but that's okay. I'd throw it all away for you. Maybe we can even have that destination wedding I've always wanted. Maybe this is good for us. But before we get ready to go, there's one last thing I need to do. It's not really a project or an experiment or anything. It's just something I knew I'd have to do if I decided to take this road. I rigged my lab with enough explosives to destroy it and everyone inside of it. I knew that once I started using human subjects, that I was taking a huge risk. I knew all of this, but I still couldn't bring myself to stop. The little voices in my head just told me to punish those scum for trying to keep you away from me. They wanted me to make them suffer for all the things that they did. And I listened. But now, I'll destroy it all. I'll set it all on fire and just let it burn down. Just to be with you. I'd lose everything if it meant I could be with you. All right, we need to move fast. I'm sure they'll send someone here to arrest us, and we won't have much time before... I knew it. There's someone coming right this way. It's just one set of footsteps, though, so it must be one big guy. I put some of my Venus flytrap on the doorknob last night, just as a precaution, and I perfected it to work faster, but I don't know if it'll be enough to take down whatever behemoth is going to come through that door. It might just be enough to catch him off guard. But of course I don't have any other instruments on me. I guess I'll just have to improvise. That look in your eyes always breaks my heart, my love. That fear and anger that you look at me with, I just can't stand it. But this is one last thing, just one last time that I'll become that monster that you hate, just so that we can be together. Remember that I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for us. Now stand back and cover your eyes and your ears if you have to, but I'm going to do this. Why can't you all just leave us alone? Go on. Say it. Say that I'm a monster. I'm a monster, right? I'm a monster for wanting to protect you, and I'm a monster for loving you this much, right? But you know what? This monster is the only one that can protect you now. I'm the only one that can keep you from being captured by the government and filleted alive on a cold operating table. So look at me, my love. I'm your only hope now. There's no other choice. There's no other option but me. Which means that I've succeeded. I've won. Just like I said, you've seen how terrible all these people can be. And now, there's nobody left but me. Only me. My experiment is complete. Pack your things. I'm sure there's going to be reinforcements now, and I can't do this a second time. It's time for you and I to start our new lives together. Just you and me.